What's up, Brian Tong here. We've got things to talk about because the long-rumored iPad Pro with an M5 chip just got completely leaked and unboxed, and that's not the only leak. Plus, an iOS 26 update to fix the iPhone 17 lineup's connectivity issues and more, because they need to take care of that. But let's start with the leaked M5 iPad Pro, and yes, the Russians did it again. It's the same YouTube channel named Whistlecom that previously leaked the 14-inch MacBook Pro with an M4 in October of last year. Now, the box appears to be a 13-inch iPad Pro with 256 gigs of storage in space black. But the new iPad Pro doesn't have any noticeable or distinguishable features that make it look significantly different from the current M4 chip model. And it still keeps its 5.1 millimeter thin design, which I believe is still Apple's thinnest product to date. Unless you're including the polishing cloth. See, I already knew someone was going to try and beat me in the comments writing something like that. I know how y'all think. Now, I guess the biggest cosmetic change is that it no longer says iPad Pro inscribed on the back, which has never affected me in any way, shape, or form as a user. The video also ran a Geekbench 6 benchmark and found that the M5 chip is 12% faster in multi-core CPU performance compared to the M4 chip in the previous iPad Pro. And based on its Metal score for graphics performance, it has a 36% faster GPU compared to the M4 chip. It appears the RAM in this 256 gig storage model has bumped up to 12 gigs of RAM now compared to the M4 iPad Pro that had only 8 gigs of RAM for a 256 gig storage model. Now, there have been rumors that the next iPad Pro would have a second front camera to give you properly centered video calls in either portrait or landscape mode, and that was shown off by another Russian YouTuber, Romanchev768, who also showed what's believed to be the new iPad Pro M5 as well. So it looks to now have two cameras with an additional landscape camera that is now on this device, which is how most people really use it when it's in a keyboard case. My question is, who is the hookup for Russia? I need to know. And should we start calling this time of the year Red October if it keeps on happening?
Right full rudder, reverse starboard engine.
Right full rudder, hold back starboard shaft.
Hold back starboard shaft.
Hey, pretty good movie in the 90s, by the way. But we are expecting a new iPad Pro with the M5 chip sometime in October, along with other refreshed Apple products. And we basically know what some of those products will likely be because a recent accident by the United States Federal Communications Commission has revealed multiple model numbers for the iPad Pro and MacBook Pro that don't even exist yet. The FCC shared multiple product identifiers that don't correspond with any Apple products that are available now and are most likely part of Apple's latest launch of M5-based devices. Those leaks included 4 model numbers in total for both Wi-Fi and cellular versions of the new 11-inch iPad Pro and new 13-inch iPad Pro. It also revealed a new model number for a MacBook Pro product, which is expected to have an M5 chip as well. But that's not all. Another FCC document, thank you guys, revealed a head-mounted device with a model number and included an image that really confirms we are expected to see a new version of the Apple Vision Pro as well. Now, it's been reported that a version with an M5 chip has been in the works with no changes to its physical design. We did learn from the FCC documents that the new Vision Pro will still have Wi-Fi 6 and not Wi-Fi 7 based on the test reports that the FCC uploads. The Vision Pro has been rumored to get a refresh before the end of the year, so this leak pretty much confirms that it is likely to happen, with the next major refresh happening sometime in 2027, according to rumor reports that claim we will see a more slimmed down Apple Vision Air then. Now, there have been rumblings that another Apple event might happen in October that could also include things like a new Apple TV, HomePod Mini, and AirTags, plus a new version of the Studio display that could come either this year or maybe in early 2026. But none of those products feel like they are worthy of a big keynote level announcement, so I wouldn't be surprised to see these announced in multiple online press releases like Apple did last year. I think they banged out 3 or 4 in a row for those days, each day in a row, and I think that's probably going to happen again. So none of this obviously is official until it's actually official, so we'll see how that comes together, but the reports have claimed that October could be when that happens. You know what? It's October right now. We all like product refreshes, but you know what I like even better? A software update that makes a new product like this that I just purchased work the way I expect it to work. Now, Apple has released an iOS 26.0.1 update along with an iPad OS 1, and according to Apple's release details and notes, this new update will address a bug that would cause some issues with either artifacts appearing on photos captured on the iPhone 17, the iPhone Air, and iPhone 17 Pro models. I never felt that, but the biggest fix is supposed to address the random drop-offs of connectivity over cellular and Wi-Fi that have been happening to my devices at random times. You might see a connected signal, but an app like Instagram or Safari or really any app might have acted like it had no internet connection at all, and this affected the phones from the new iPhone 17 lineup and the new Air. So I talked about it in my previous videos. I hopefully think and hope that this update fixes that if you were experiencing this like myself and others. It was a pain in the ass. Like, let me know if it's made a difference for you in the comments. I read them, you know I do, and I respond, especially to some of the bozo comments I see. And they don't happen often, but some of y'all just need to go outside more. Okay, I just want to let you know about two things that are not directly Apple related, but in the ethos. And Logitech just released the newest version of the MX Master Mouse. This is their MX Master 4 that remains generally the same but adds new haptic feedback. The surface design has moved to more of a hard plastic body instead of this one that had that softer ribbed rubber surface that it had before. And I just realized I said ribbed rubber together out loud. Now, the MX Master 3 has been my favorite mouse to use all time. I like the idea of the M4, so look, I don't need this upgrade, but I'm going to try it out. This is not an ad, just me as a fan letting you know how freaking good that this mouse feels and operates for day-to-day use, but I wouldn't use it for a gaming mouse. That's not what this is for. Now, there are Mac version options of the M4, and that just means it has two different color options. One is white silver, and the other is space black. You can order it now, and then they start shipping in early October. Another fun thing that's also not sponsored, right? Adobe is releasing a version of their video editing app, Premiere, for mobile on iOS, and this is a free app. I've used Premiere for over a decade, and every app and ecosystem has its good and bad things, but you end up getting comfortable with the one you like. But this is a deep app on launch with multi-track editing, which Adobe told me could get up to 40 tracks confidently for audio and video. I did an interview about it on my previous video on this channel, so you can learn a lot of things about it in there. There is a level where you can subscribe to unlock more features, more of the generative stuff, but Premiere is finally on mobile. The core of it is free. I've used it. It's really, really good. They're working on also outputting video directly to your favorite social platforms. You then use the trending audio there. There's a lot of things happening, but that's, to me, an exciting announcement for many creators in that ecosystem. Okay, now check this out. This is a fun one. There is a new game for iOS that is worth checking out, and I love its premise, and I also like that it's free. It's called RidePods, and it uses the AirPods as a wearable controller, and it's touted as the first earbuds controlled game. So you're riding a motorcycle on a road, and you tilt your head left or right or really quickly to steer the cycle and avoid cars. It uses the data from the motion sensors in the AirPods to detect your head movements and control the game. It's a totally new way to introduce game controls in a truly innovative way. So I just want to show love to the app, and it's free, and you got to be ready for it because it's fast. Don't crash. There's even a fun option to use your camera to record you while you're playing. So check it out, RidePods, and I'm sure we'll see new ideas from controls like this, but that's why we love tech, right? One great idea can spark so many more other great ideas and unlock these new things for us. All right, that is going to do it for this video. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Plus, you can support all my content with an ad-free version of the podcast, early access to my content, and exclusive content at patreon.com/Brian Tong. So I hope you all enjoyed the content that keeps on coming. We keep on pumping out. Guess what? The tech season is not over. October, we're here. We've got more. What was that? Supposed to buckle up. Buckle up. All right. That's it for this video. Take care, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.